for their first ever Boys State High School Hockey Championship. They semifinal in 2001. Some got to give today. Welcome everyone. I'm Tom Hauser. Semifinal action getting underway today in both Class A and Class A. Here's the Class A brackets for you. Little Falls and Marshall will square off in just minutes this afternoon. It's St. Thomas Academy against Hermantown. Two good games on tap. And joining me in the booth to provide some analysis of these games, Brian Bennett, former award winner at the University of Minnesota, and also Mike McGraw, an NHL scout and former high school and college coach. And Brian, Duluth Marshall has their work cut out for him today.
I think they do. They played very game on Wednesday. Two really strong lines. We're actually seeing a repeat of last year's quarterfinal. Duluth Marshall beat this Little Falls team 9-2. So I think today Little Falls might be out for a little revenge.
Yeah, how about that? Is that going to play a factor here?
Oh, I think so. I really believe that Little Falls is going to come out very hard. They have a couple of new players that they didn't have last year, one in Ben Hanowski, the freshman. So I think Little Falls, it's like their coming out party. They're finally here 2 years in a row, going against one of the state's best teams. They want to prove that they belong here. All right, both teams looking for their first ever state championship. They'll try to win a berth in the championship game here today. We'll be back in a moment as our coverage of the Boys State High School continues.
Wells Fargo congratulates all the great high school teams in the state tournaments. Great teammates, terrific coaches, and loyal fans are important at any stage of your life. At Wells Fargo, we're on your team to meet all your financial needs and help you succeed financially today and for your next stage. Thank you to the coaches, officials, parents, and supporters of Minnesota high school sports. All of us at Wells Fargo will be cheering for all of you.
What if I said that the wood harvest in Minnesota each year more than twice as much is grown, resulting in more than twice as many trees today as were figured by 42,000 jobs, materials for building and manufacturing, and homes for millions of animals that depend on new growth? You'd probably think our forests are in good shape. And you'd be right.
The signs are everywhere. It's Toyota's premier event while you're here with great deals going on now. Lease the 06 Tundra Double Cab 4x4 for only $269 a month. No down payment. $669 due signing. Or choose $1,500 in customer cash. And lease only $299 a month. Or get $1,000 in customer cash. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't move forward.
Your grill burger, Dairy Queen, jalapeno bacon, Tabasco flavored ale, half-pound, quarter-pound. Do one carefully, and finish off with a mint Oreo Blizzard treat.
Coverage of this Class A semifinal between Little Falls and Duluth Marshall in the championship. Little Falls coach Tony Couture trying to fire it up in the locker room.
Not a lot of people think our section should be even down here. Well, right now, the only 20 people that can prove a lot of doubters wrong. Ranked us number 7, 18. Talking about other section, 6 teams ranked and only one getting here. So who knows what's going to happen on the road, the high school league, and how they're going to work everything. But we got to play right now in the now. And what a better opportunity for you guys to step out after getting just throttled last year against the same team.
Little Falls coach Tony Couture trying to use the underdog role to move his team. Let's throw it up to the now where Phil Housley and Clay Matvick are standing by with some thoughts of the game. Guys?
Thank you very much. Semifinals coming our way here today after 2 great days of quarterfinals, and we're looking forward to another great day here at the Xcel Center. Start with Little Falls and Duluth Marshall. Duluth Marshall, the top team in the state all year, Phil, but Little Falls ready to give him a run. Zachary has a in the postseason.
He's been on a hot streak right now. He's getting hot at the right time. He has games and also the second final game to get them here in the state tournament. And he's just done a terrific job, especially after that first game. And there's 4 guys tied with 2 points for Duluth Marshall. The state tournament. This is one of them, Rod Borson, who has a goal and assist. They're going to look to him to have another big game.
All right, we're just about ready for semifinal. Let's hear what the Duluth Marshall head coach, Brett Flaherty, is telling his team.
You know what this is? Right here? The beads. Everyone touch these now. There's 28 here. We want to put another one on there. 29. Okay? 29. Whatever we do,
And a lot of emotion riding on games. And our first final comes way next.
For GE, Magic, Amana, Jenner, and Magic, come to the appliance leader, Appliance Depot.
Appliance Depot has the appliances to fit your and your budget. And designer appliances, we have Daycore, Thermador, Bosch, Miele, and Venthood discounted up to 6%. Like the big box stores, we'll service your appliance long after the sales need. We're family-owned and a our passion. We're the appliance experts.
Big families are always thrilled. Want to make it for your kids? Is great at keeping things organized and is a versatile multitasker. But if that's not enough, check out our Shelf Consumer Guide to Grand Caravan. A little goes a long way. Get 0% financing for 6 months, plus no October. Hurry, offers end March 31st. Competition in Minnesota high school sports returns. 45 the intensity and the excitement. Find the Minnesota League is the Minnesota State League Boys Hockey Tournament. 45 is the Twin Cities Sports and in-depth stories. Create lasting memories with the Minnesota League tournaments only live. By Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Me and my stupid advice. Be kind. Remember, family is great. Weird little person. And most important, let loud. Yeah! Exactly.
Television with variety. Channel 45's Minnesota State High School League Boys Classic Hockey Tournament. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
They'll soon be dropping puck for semifinal between Little Falls and Duluth Marshall. Pick out a player or two you think is going to be key for Duluth Marshall.
We're looking at 19 Hudson, 20 Connolly. 2 centers are probably key for success today.
And Mike, for Little Falls, they need some scoring punch.
Well, they have to turn into number 9, the freshman Ben Hanowski, and number 12, to lead him.
All right, Ben Hanowski, of course, had 2 goals in the first game, and his brother was in the lead. So Hanowski key for Little Falls. Let's go now ringside with Dave Wright for the start for today's game. Dave?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XL Energy Center and the 62nd annual Minnesota Ski Tournament. This morning's game is a Class A semifinal between the champions of Section 4 with the Little Falls Flyers and the champions of Section 2 with the 27-1-1, the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. Going to meet today by Holiday Stations. First, let's meet the starters for Little Falls. In senior number 30, Jake Cooper. On defense, senior number 7, Hender. And junior number 5, Dan Storzinger. The center is sophomore number 11, Jared Fesser. On his wings, senior 16, Joey Cotton. And junior number 19, Lucas Jorgensen. And the rest of the Flyers, assistant coaches, Jerry. Head coaches, Tony Couture. Now, let the starter of our show. In goal, senior Jason Ball. On senior 4, Kevin Jones. And senior Matt Letourneau. The senior number 19, Robertson. On his wing, senior number 14, Kevin Mahoney. And junior number 17, Bob Hughes. For the Hilltoppers, the assistant are Ian Kidd and Grannis, head coach Ed Flaherty. Here are the officials assigned for this morning's game. The game referees, Brad Evers of Maple Grove and Tony Lancette of Edina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, we ask you please stand. Remove your hats. Face the flag at the east end of the building. Join the Marshall under the direction of Alexander as they lead.
The top-ranked Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers and the Little Falls Flyers. The Flyers were able to advance to the semifinals on Wednesday over Mankato East Nola despite being ill. What are other feeling? For more on that, let's check in with Ann Carey.
Little Falls was down all season long, but all that week they flew to virtually everyone on the team. In fact, head coach Tony Kuchar was sick during the Mankato game on Wednesday, and now goaltender as he was getting up this morning, coming to the arena. Coach Kuchar says he is some fatigue level. Expect him to shuffle lines, keep his guys fresh. These Flyers have to come out strong in the first period. Duluth Marshall has outscored its opponent 53-9 in the first period alone. Play.
You were talking a team needed to recoup. It's the Flyers of Little Falls.
The much needed off. We'll see if they can regroup after a big win against Mankato to put them in the semifinal game.
Let's take a look at our starting goaltenders presented by Dish Network. Dish Network, their TV. There's Paul, the goaltender for the Hilltoppers. 19 saves in section title, 24 against home for the Flyers. Again, not feeling 100%, but he hopes it's good enough today here in the semifinals. He had 24 saves against Mankato East Loyola himself. And we are underway here on Friday at XL Energy Center. It doesn't take long to get our first whistle, just 7 seconds in to make their family insurance game plan. Proud to help across Minnesota.
Well, you just touched on earlier the Flyers. 6, sometimes you're your best game. They got to weather the storm early here against Hilltoppers. Hilltoppers have got to use your players returning from last year's state tournament team. They're going to have to rely on that to win this hockey.
These two teams met in the state tournament last year, and Duluth Marshall pounded the Flyers 9-1 the first round. And so Tony Kuchar, the head coach of Little Falls, is a little concerned about that. He said weak weather this first period and maybe be time, luckily be ahead at the intermission. We'll be in great shape. That will be going a long way helping us win here today.
And you know, probably going to tell Hilltoppers to use that as motivation to not forget what happened last year, and hopefully they can come out with a good start today.
The Flyers, the champions of Section 4, they beat Alexandria 1, get to this championship rounds. And then, of course, beat Mankato East Loyola 6-5 here on Wednesday. Duluth Marshall, they beat Bluff 4-2 in a big good game here on Wednesday as well. This one played into the Duluth Marshall and Hilltoppers in yellow and black. Little Falls in dark black and purple.
Seems like Little Falls body right away to say, hey, we're for real, trying to establish Duluth Hilltoppers.
Here's Jack on the zone. Little Falls sends it right back down to center ice. Whacking it and singing it around is his relation to Rob Stauber, the former Hogan Award winner from the University of Minnesota.
The big game is so magnified. Defensive zone faceoffs, getting the puck in, getting the puck deep, getting the puck out of your own end. Little things like that can add to be big things. So details are much important today.
Teams just better in the first couple of minutes of period number 1. Like Mark trying to get it out as Dano Jocks with 14:56 to go here in period number 1.
You know, one thing that's going well for Little Falls, got strength on the middle, and that's huge in big games. You got Jared Fessler, Danowski, and Zach Beatty, who has been hot towards the end of the season this year.
Jared Fessler taking draw for Little Falls, the guy that we talked a lot about prior to the state. Expected a lot of this from him, Jared Fessler, but really he was pretty good in the quarterfinals.
And he's attracting so much attention that it's giving these other players room to really get up the
shot by Rob Bordson, and in the zone moments ago that went wide. Played in high now. Marshall checked off the puck. Coming to lend a hand. This is Mahoney. Plays it up to point. A shot from Lerno. Going just wide right of the cage. Tried to center it. Pulls a pass through the near side. Now in the corner, here's Gordon. Fessler trying to frustrate him behind. Played out to the right wing. Shot saved by the goaltender Kluber. Gets on the near side.
This is the first time that anybody's really been in the other players' offensive zone. The Hilltoppers are all over Little Falls right now.
Good pressure here by the #1 team in the state. Marshall, its 3rd trip to state. They were 3rd last year, looking for a state championship this time around. A good check here by the Hilltoppers, just relentless. Now coming away with his time, takes it to the point. They center it down. That was Letourneau with a shot. Oh, good man. That's just a Beatty. It's going to be icing on Little Falls. Got a timeout on the ice. 13:20 to go. We're just getting started here in St. Paul. Final Friday, 45.
What? $20.
Sir?
$20. Come on, $20.
All right. 20.
Oh, man.
No matter what stage you're at, there's a Wells Fargo nearby to help. Get more than free checking.
First period brought to you by Wells Fargo. The next day, welcome back to the X Center. Nick Carroll, Bill Hauser, and Clay Manford. From Channel 45. Little Falls. They've had strong out of their zone. They do this thing. Here's the Hanowski line. Two Hanowski players, Ben and Bo. Look back. Duluth Mark comes through center. Defenseman Kevin Jones rifles it in, rolls in to that. Kluber will play it. We've got a whistle. And stoppage in with 13:06 to go. Let's go rinkside to Ann Carroll.
Well, Clay, you know, these teams had a day off yesterday. Head coach Tony wanted his team to stay off of the ice yesterday. He took his team to the Mall of America, hang out and relaxing together and watch all games at night in their hotel room. As for Duluth, Marshall, Brennan Flaherty said even his guys to skate. He says his team hasn't played their best hockey yet. They skated at Highland Arena yesterday, and watched all games at the hotel last night.
Yes, and Brennan Flaherty wasn't really happy with this team play the last game. You know, you talk about discipline and the thing that they set their goals earlier in the year, and discipline is still a bottom. Do that, they're going to have success today.
I think if they had been healthy, they probably would have skated yesterday as well, but they just needed to recruit.
It's so much out of you when you have flu, your body is getting drained mentally, you're playing emotional games mentally and physically, you're getting drained, so it's good they had a day off to get some rest.
Here's Hessler trying to bring his zone. Gets ahead for Jorgensen. Lucas Jorgensen had a goal in the quarterfinals for the Flyers. Played over to the corner. Now whipped around the boards. Trying to get out of some here is Boardson. Now Josh had. And they are able to get it out. Brock Seether sends it back to neutral ice. 12 minutes out of play here in the opening period. 5 minutes gone by in St. Paul.
One thing Little Falls that we do well with is managing the puck. And what I mean about that is turning the puck over the blue line against a dangerous Duluth Marshall team.
Here comes Bob, left winger on that top line, and he buried it. Holy cow! He came over the blue line and shot it from about 50 feet, and Duluth Marshall goes on top 1-0.
Jake Luber moved until it was by him. Have a shot by Bob Gooch. Just found the short shot off the post. Wow, what a shot! You can see it right here neutral zone. Gets over the line and just off the puck, and you know. Talked a lot about getting the puck to the net, shooting the puck in big games, making a save. That's a perfect example of just shooting the puck hard and the defenseman as a screen.
Jake Kluber saw that one go by in a hurry. And Bob Gooch, his second goal of the tournament, third of the season. Hilltoppers out in front 1-0, and this is explicit. They did not want to be playing catch. Now here's Gooch. 2-on-1, come back the other way. Now Little Falls come. This is Ben Hanowski, but Little Falls takes in offside.
Oh, and if Duluth gets lead on you early and they play well defensively, they play well without the puck. They've only given 34 goals against Duluth in the state tournament. It's a minute by their team.
Gooch's second tournament from Jones and Seether.
Jones getting assist on that Gooch goal. And a 3-0 of Duluth Marshall yet to shot on goal.
See how this plays out. See if Hilltoppers really get this momentum that they just by themselves getting the first goal lead.
Kevin Jones from the point. Kevin Jones, who's senior defenseman for Marshall. He had a good game in the quarterfinals. That's another thing about this Hilltoppers team. They're solid back on the blue line.
Yeah, no, three of the players, Kevin Jones, Letourneau, and Daniel Jock, are returners. Each Sauber were returners from last year's tournament team.
Loose puck out of center. Stuff here to Phil Nelson. He also had a goal in the game against a couple of days ago. With this Little Falls trying to build up some momentum. Joey Cotton, as he hit the line, turned right back by Duluth. Eric Bounty as that third line is on now for Duluth. We're getting an offside here.
Little Falls has just got to weather the storm a little bit more. You can see the momentum. The ice has been held a little bit. They could just try to create something on their own, try to get some shots in net, try to sustain pressure in the offensive zone.
Madinez fires in. This again will be icing. So timeout, 9:55 to play. Duluth Marshall is on out on top. It's 1-0 after goal by Popovich.
The signs all point to one thing. It's Toyota's premier event. While you're there, check out Toyota cars with Bring On Now. You can get $500 cash cash on the Corolla, the truly unique Matrix. While you're there, check out the all-new Bigger More Power RAV4 with an available 269 horsepower V6. Now's the time to get the steals on the new Toyotas. Toyota's premier event is on. Toyota, moving forward.
Back on Channel 45, our tournament news in downtown St. Paul, live at the LFCHS Center. Bill Ladd high above the ice here in the Al Shaver press box. Glad to have you along today. Red 1, Duluth Marshall on top.
Flyers just trying to get something going.
Little doing a good job in their own end. Trying to just keep the puck moving forward.
Joey Cotton got ahead looking for Fessler. Fessler tonight chasing after the puck. Spin by Aaron Bounty. And that first penalty of the day.
Yeah, I think so. You know, you see kids like vulnerable position, and you don't want to see people getting hurt out here. His face, you know, he's sort of helpless there. And right now, you know, the Hilltoppers have had a dangerous power play so far this season. It'll be interesting to see if they can take a 2-0 lead here on the power play.
So G. Cotton goes up.
Little false penalty on Joey Cotton. Behind plus a 10-minute misconduct.
And they're going to give a 10-minute misconduct. So that's a tough break. Little falls here in the first period. It's just such a potent Duluth Marshall team. With that said, Duluth Marshall 0 for 3 on power play in the quarterfinals against the Blue School.
The special player that went off, Joey Cotton, Richard Fessler, and Jorgen.
They score. So it doesn't take long for Duluth Marshall to capitalize on the break. It's a power play goal here for Duluth Marshall, making it 2-0. A goal coming from Rob Bordson.
That was a pretty power play. They control the puck going in the zone. They move the puck so well. You know, and on the power play, going forward, you make tape-to-tape passes and clean it up. And he just finds the game here, finds a give and go. Right back to Rob Bordson. Play two-way passing play. But they worked it around. They worked it all around. All the passes around. Here's the goal.
Rob Bordson with the second goal of the state tournament and his 34th of the season. The assist going Bob Gooch. What Gooch is having here so far. 8.5 minutes played in the first period already.
Bob Gooch already got a goal and assist in the game. Rob Bordson, player we talked about earlier before the game. These guys have contributed early and really have taken all the momentum on their side for the Hilltoppers.
Time 8-10. Bordson.
Little Falls trying to get this thing going. Passes it. Petrowski's picked off. Now a dive comes from out hot from Letourneau. Back out to neutral, driven right back in, or at least Kevin Jones was trying to drop back in, didn't get much from that shot. Now here comes Hanowski fighting for that. Got it in the net. It was loose for a moment before it was clear.
To see that Falls responding like that, trying to gain some momentum themselves.
So some pressure there by the Flyers. That's exactly what they need to start doing. So we got an ice call here with 7:31 to go.
This is Husky beating a defender. Just trying to create something here since they're down 2-0. Good individual effort. Ringwelski also gets a goal there.
Tony Kuder talking about him has been motivated by that 9-1 loss last year. It's going to be tough though when you're fighting off a good hockey team sickness here in the last few days.
Yeah, you can sort of tell by Little Falls' body language. They just don't have that energy they had the first game against Mankato East.
The top two lines for Little Falls look so good. Like Mankato East Loyola.
But, you know, you got to give credit to Hilltoppers getting out to a 2-0 lead. But good teams smell when other teams are suffering, and they just go after and attack them. The Little Falls right 7 minutes to go in the period. They just got to weather the storm and try to get room or try to get a goal back to get it back into this game.
Puck frozen to the right of Kluver's. That's all right. 7:01 to go in the period.
Congratulations to the winners of the 2006
Kluver, as Ann was talking about, coming up here this morning, it just gives you an idea of how it's been the last couple of days for this team. Although Tony Kuchar didn't know if it was sickness or nerves. Could have been a little of both.
Could have been a little bit of both, but it's just bad timing for them. It could have happened in the middle of the season where it could have been health coming into the state tournament. It's bad time for them, and it's affected everybody, not only the players, the citizens, the coaches have been a little sick, so it's around Little Falls.
Here in the Little Falls end, as it has been for most of this period. Coming out of the corner, driving to the net, Eric LeBounty threw it in front. Trying to get David Hafferty scoring position there, but it was made by Kluver.
Eric LeBounty, a returner from last year's game, just does a good job here cycling the puck. He just takes it to net himself. If nobody's take him there, he try to take it to the net himself and try to create something offensively.
Another good crowd here for our first game of the day. Set records. That's a lot of fun.
It is. It's been terrific up this point. You know, the game's just tougher now being in the semifinals.
Top line back out there for Duluth Marshall. Bordson, Gooch, and Mahoney. What a state tournament they've had far.
Yeah, when they meet their seniors and their junior, Bob Gooch has stepped up their first line. They have responded.
Under 6 minutes to play down the period. Moving it on towards it again. Set him, here's Coach off the ball, sends it up top for Letourneau. Letourneau drops it down, and this shot get all the way through, and Kluber does not give up the rebound. So Marshall has reason to be happy right now. They believe we're going to play period. We're back after this.
Walk right in, sit right down, babe, let your hair hang down. Walk right in, sit right down, baby, don't you wait so long. Walk right in, sit right down, baby, let your hair hang down. You're at Great Cliffs.
Get on your game, brother. You gotta step it up.
Back in St. Paul. Our first period, it's been pretty much all Duluth Marshall here out of the...
This is the start they wanted. Trying to weather the storm and keep this game close. It's still 2-0 for Hilltoppers, so there's a lot of game balls just got a group here.
And we get an offside here. Let's check in with Danville down.
You guys talking about Duluth Marshall. I had a chance to talk to Brendan Flaherty for the game. One thing he did with his guys, he met with them about 10 o'clock last night. Something unique that he done is that he had his guys come up with a game plan instead of the coaches. He says sometimes the coaches do not all season long. So he had his guys come up with a game plan for today. They decided they wanted to be better disciplined. They wanted to shoot the puck. And they wanted to attack from the get-go. I'd say they done all three, guys.
Yeah, and we talked about Brendan Flaherty. His team been very disciplined all year. So they know part of that discipline, staying out of the penalty box, making the right decision, puck at the lines, getting it out, getting it deep. All those things play a part in discipline.
To the net, here's Johnley had it poked away at the last moment. Matt Dutt now hit hard up against the boards. He's tied in behind the net with Penn coming back the other way. Jared Kessler tries to split to the Kessler had Jorgensen with the Hilltoppers quick to spin out.
Hilltoppers do a great standing it up and creates defensively.
Moving in, Kevin Jones, the defenseman. Looked like a forward on that. Cut the corner nicely, got a nice shot off, but Kluber able to make the save.
Kevin Jones has 45 points in defense, but he gets involved defensively just like it's seen here. Finds the title.
You're a high school head. You're like a Jordan game plan.
Well,
you won't go that
I'm going to touch that, but you know, as far as defensemen getting involved in the play, I encourage it. Just so when you cross that offensive blue line, you keep the puck ahead and make smart decisions, just like Kevin Jones did.
Well, his players, what they think. I mean, he's obviously been a head coach for a one time. Has got a penalty coming up here. It's going to be an interference call. I mean, he was a head coach at Duluth Central for a couple of years before he took the job at Duluth Marshall, where he's been for a bit. Right now, he's probably not too happy as one of his guys goes on for interference. It's going to be Saban sitting on for 2 minutes.
It's a great test. You have a good team. Here's the penalty. Gets the stick up. Well, that's just a hit by one of the Loyal or Little Falls players. But anyways, get Brendan Flaherty. You know, it's to do that because it gets your players focused the next game.
Comes Little Falls out on their first power play today. The Flyers desperately to get a goal to get some momentum going. Here's a shot out in front off the backhand. Throwing it out in front with Bo Hanowski. And the Toppers able to push back out to neutral ice. Here comes Robinson. Bortson fights off a check, but Kluber will steer it away from it.
The Hilltoppers will penalty kill aggressively too. You can see the last one they had some good quality scoring chances. So even though they're on penalty kill, they're going to come at you and they're going to try to create something offensively if there's something there.
Great job by Kevin Mahoney. He hit the puck in the far corner for about 10 seconds.
Right now, Little Falls just try to defense it up like right now and try to create some offense.
In front, save made by Ball. Wow, a point-blank look there for the Falls.
It's a good job, big save by Jason Paul. Little Falls creating from this play.
Jack Connolly short to net. Bruce Connolly feeds a pass. Oh, big save by the goaltender Kluber.
Kluber answered Jason Paul save pass save of his own. You remember now, Little Falls is still penalty killing, so you don't want to be traded to the power play penalty killing, but you should power play trying to get some momentum for your bench.
Here's a shot right on by Connolly.
2-on-1, and I think Jack Connolly may pick that out of the air. Here's Benanowski. Big save right there to keep the 2-goal game for Duluth Marshall.
19 seconds to go in Sather's penalty. This Little Falls power play hasn't had energy so far.
They had one flurry earlier, you just seen on the replay. You know, it almost seems that they're playing 5-on-5 because Marshall has been so aggressive.
Sather's out of the box. Marshall back at full strength. Just 3 minutes to go here in the period. Shots now 7 in favor of the Toppers.
And the only shot they've had is just on that last power for Little Falls.
At third line out there now, Hilltoppers. Hafferty backhanded one to the net. Kluber cuts out of the cross to smother the puck. Face off in the Flyers zone.
You're not going to score on every power play. You want to try to create some offensive chance. So when your team on the bench are watching you, your bench, you may create some momentum, and that's where you can get that shift you need, being down goals.
Back to 5-on-5. Flyers get it out of their end, but back by Jux. Here's Bo Hanowski. He's in up here, fighting out. Here's his brother Ben Hanowski. The right wing is out of play.
You know, Little Falls, you know, they're a very young team too. I wouldn't be surprised to see him back here next year because they have teams a lot. So they have a lot of depth that could come.
And Tony Kuchar talking about Ben. This young players, Hanowski, Banner on your screen specifically, just it's a kid who rarely comes along. That's what Tony said. That's what
Alkmaar says that, you know, watched him the last game, and when he touched the puck, did a lot of good things. Whether it was best creating offense, the cycle, he did a great job.
Got a big cut in front, trying to set up Matt Dodd, and there's big collect. No, with the line. Duluth Marshall by 2. Cut from the corner. Trying to put him up, charging right feather pass out in front. Burnell.
Burnell is doing a good job cycling the puck, creating something.
Back the other comes Little Falls. He moved, but poked away at the left. Hanowski was hauled down, no whistle. Here comes Dodd. Top circle shot goes wide right.
You know, anytime Little seems like generate something off a rush, defense with Marshall does a great job of standing.
Getting it out of the zone is Pender. This is going to come all the way down. They're going to wave on Bison. 11 seconds to play in the period. Here's Jorgensen. He has Fessler coming to lend a still lodged in that corner. Kick 3, but the horn's going to sound. One shots in favor of Duluth Marshall, and they lead it 2-0.
Marshall, who's had a tough schedule all year and only giving up less goals than the Falls, play stingy defensively and make offense. Right now, I think good little rest of the group.
One power play goal in that period, Duluth Marshall. And our first series in the books. It's going to be interesting to hear what head coach Tony Kuchar has to say for the game. Let's go down now. Hi, coach.
Okay, let's find out, Tony. Are you home in this first period, whether you're the game with Marshall? What do you need to do better in the second?
Well, we definitely need to play a little better in our D zone. They're coming at it pretty hard. They get 3 guys low behind the net, and we're not adjusting to it. Power for goal, Marshall, box, but you know, everything's that much quicker than we're used to, and you know, they're an excellent team, and make some adjustment in this period, maybe with just way we play D-zone coverage, and we need some. Obviously, you're not gonna put too many goals in the net when we get one. So they're a tough team, and we're just gonna have. You know, last year it was 5-0, an improvement, but we're not satisfied.
And you know, you're motivated. You told us you're motivated by last year's loss. What about Jake Kluber and his sickness? Are you concerned about him?
Well, not more. You know, he got sick earlier into this, off the bus. But, you know, he played well. You know, a couple goals they got, Marshall worked very hard to get him. So we'll just go on, follow through, and hopefully our sicknesses and illnesses we can put behind us and start playing a little better hockey.
Tony Kuchar, thanks so much for the time. Little Falls and Duluth Marshall more after this, guys.
Well, you know, he's talking to there, and he says they got to clean up their own end, and that's playing the body, not letting those little goals in the corners and guys walking out for offensive chances against. But the way he can create some offense, you know, there's a lot of times when puck, got to get it in behind their D and start on the forward check to start creating some offense.
So the Flyers will good start for the Hilltoppers. We played 17 minutes. Our first intermission is coming up.
The signs all point one thing. It's Toyota's premier event. Check out the Toyota cars with great deals going on now. And you can lease a new 06 selling car in America for just $190 a month, 36 months. Or get a $1,000 cover ad. We have a luxurious new Avalon with darts at around $27,000. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, moving forward.
When it's just you puck in the net, you've got to be your best. Stoppers Goal Crease, the ultimate goalie training center, can get you there. Rob Stopper brings his 10 years of NHL experience and innovative training methods to aspiring young goalies, offering a state-of-the-art training facility, shop, year-round programs, including summer camp. The one-to-one goalie training method uses groundbreaking techniques that make Stoppers Goal Crease the finest training center anywhere. Now visit goalcrease.com. Stoppers Goal Crease, training Minnesota goalie to be their best. A new and easy way to sell lake property is only one click away. Lakes.com. Visit Place.com for the largest online selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin homes, cabins, and lake lots. For area, city, lake or price range. To find that perfect lake place, LakePlace.com also features the largest in the Minnesota and Wisconsin cabin rental and family resorts. Remember, LakePlace.com, because life is better at the lake.
They're America's favorite friends.
We're a team. We're
One of TV's best shows.
It's such a magical time.
The friends you know.
You're the glue that holds this group together. Really? Not you.
The friends you love.
Dude, you rearrange your bubbles.
The friends that are always here.
It's kind of a package deal.
5 days a week.
That's a great plan.
45 Television with Variety.
And welcome back to Channel 45's coverage of this Class A semifinal between Marshall of Duluth and Duluth Falls. Duluth leading round 2-0. Of course, later on tonight, we'll have the Class 2A semifinals. And one of the teams that will be featured will be the Blaine Bengals. And Blaine started out the season with almost zero expectations. Nobody thought they were going to go very far, but after struggling to start the season, they have been on one incredible hot streak. And Hutchinson has their story.
4 of the last 6 state champs have come out of the Northwestern Conference. The Blaine Bengals won it in 2000, but this year, none was expected from this team, and then the Bengals burst the seed. After losing 3 of their first 4 games of the season, the Bengals turned around, skating right straight to state after winning the North Suburban Conference crown.
In the beginning, we were kind of coming in. We weren't ready by anybody. We had it in us, so we just fought strong and proved everybody wrong.
Boy, did they. The Bengals are undefeated in the last 21 games, exceeding everyone's expectations.
On a streak like this, I didn't anybody expected us to be on this good of a roll.
And there's no hot shot scorer leading the way. Junior center Ben Lynch leads a group of 7 players, 20 points or more.
This year it's just spread out, so everybody's like 20-some points. Everybody's in it for fun for everybody.
But now, the real fun, so the boys skate and score their way past those who doubted them for the season.
Now, I think we have a target on our back since everybody's pretty good.
The question is, are they good enough to win a state title? With the Bengals and Hutchinson for the state high school tournament.
And let's take a look at the brackets. You'll see playing at Cretin Durham Hall later on tonight, and then Hill Murray and Grand Rapids. Guys, let's talk about this. You playing in Cretin Durham Hall. Who do you like in that game, given the hot streak?
Well, I really think Blaine played very well yesterday. A team with 2 really good first lines. And Cretin, they're going to have, I think Blaine's probably the favorite.
And tonight we've got Hill Murray against Grand Rapids. Mike, they took part in 2 of the winning games of the day yesterday.
Well, it very well could be the Nick Larson versus Patrick White show tonight. And they did do it up big last night. Nick had the hat trick, Patrick had an assist, and I think I'm looking for just a racehorse game, up, down the ice, and lots of scoring. I think it's going to be very entertaining.
So you two look at it, and it looks like a Blaine Hill Murray final. Is that what prediction is possible?
That's what I'm thinking.
I think so too. I really believe that Hill's just a little too deep for Grant.
They do have to play games yet, so we'll find out. Freedom Hall will have something to say about that. We'll be back in just a moment as our coverage of the Class Single A, that's scary, state tournament continues.
You are getting sleepy. You will always wear my seatbelt.
I will always wear my seatbelt.
Everyone in Minnesota should go out.
Everyone in Minnesota should buckle up.
You will never high stick again.
Don't count on it.
Driving without a seatbelt, that's a penalty.
The Flamethrower Grill Burger at Dairy Queen with jalapeno bacon and Tabasco flavored mayo and quarter pound. Do one carefully and finish the mint Oreo Blizzard treat.
Simple. One family, one vehicle. The all-new 2011 Chevy Suburban. Every family will want one. Animal Revolution.
Minnesota High School returns. 45 brings you intensity and the excitement in the Minnesota State High School Tournament. It continues with the Minnesota State High School League Boys Hockey Tournament. I got a Twin Cities Sports Powerhouse. Delivering Cup 8 lasting memories. The Minnesota State High School League Tournament. Only on 45. Presented by Wellmark, the next stage.
And welcome back to Channel 45's coverage of this Class A semifinal. Marshall of Duluth leading 2-0. Hilltoppers fans all excited about that. Let's take a look at these highlights. Brian Hahn and Duluth Marshall, as we know, has a lot of.
Yes, they do. And Gooch here basically comes up tight, loses it a little bit, gets it back here. This is a fabulous boom, slap shot. Goalie's coming in, just can't go right. That's a blistering shot. It's outside.
Hard for a goalie to. So that was instrumental in this goal.
He has a great give and goal play here. Taking in by Rob Lordson, he passes down the Gooch gives it right back to him on a give and goal, and Robbie puts it in. That's just a great play. Nothing the goalie can do at all on the play.
Now, have you seen any? Well, let's look at the stats first. You can see 2-0 in favor of Marshall. The shots on goal, obviously Marshall dominating 8-2. Much of the play has been in the Falls, and the scoring chances obviously also favor Marshall. What do you make of this? Have you noticed from looking at Little Falls? Do you notice any effects of the illness that have been on that team?
Well, there could be. You know, it's one of those things right now where Duluth Marshall is the game. They've got it at their level, and Little Falls is having a tough time keeping up with it. And, you know, once you kind of get back on your heels, things are heading too fast. You don't have any room to make any plays. And this is really the pace for Duluth Marshall right now, and I think they like the way this game is going.
Mike, I'm guessing it's very important for the Falls to try to get on the board before they give up another.
Oh, yeah. They have on the board right away, or the first 5 minutes of the period to really have a chance. They give up next one to Marshall School of Duluth, and that may be game set match right there.
All right, well, we'll have that second period coming up in just minutes. Stay with us as our coverage of the Class A semifinal matchup between Duluth and Little Falls continues.
No matter what stage you're at in life, Wells Fargo has home equity account help. Make the most of your home. Wells Fargo. Next stage.
45 is your home for Minnesota Wild hockey. The action's fast, and the fans are loud. The Wild host national rival Edmonton when they come to town this Tuesday at 7. Wild hockey on 45, television with variety.
The king is here. His rule is supreme.
It's you and kill you, yet we make it work.
King Queen.
Television with variety.
The signs are everywhere. It's Toyota's premium event. Why check out the Toyota trucks with great deals going on now. It's the 0600 Cab 4x4 for only $269 a month with no down payment and $669 due riding. Or use $100 cash. And now it's the 06 Forward for $299 or get $1,000 cash. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, moving forward.
A new and easy way to buy and sell is only one click away. Lake.com. Visit LakePlace.com for the largest online selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin lake homes, cabins, and lake lots. City, lake, or price range. To find that perfect lake place, LakePlace.com also features the largest selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin cabin rentals and family resorts. LakePlace.com, because it's better at the lake.
Welcome to the XL Energy Center, currently Duluth Marshall on Little Falls 2-0, and I probably what I would consider the fan of the game, a fan of the tournament. Bob Smalley has been coming to the tournament since 1949. That is 50 years in a row. You haven't missed a tournament yet, right?
No, been there done. Thank goodness for the good health-wise. I've never been sick, and I every tournament. In Duluth, it wasn't so bad. I drove from Duluth down to snowstorms, and now I'm out in Austin, Texas. It's longer to drive, but don't make it up.
You've moved to Austin, Texas, and has managed to drive up for the tournament every year for the last 4 years. Guy, how about your playing career back at Duluth, Denver? Back in the 40s?
I was back in 46. I played for the team, and we had a decent team. I went up, Chris Evelyn in them days was a powerhouse, and we got beat, so we never got to the state. But Denville has done pretty well, and they got a good program going now. I heard now my son is the Denville coach, so he keeps getting tickets for us and been coming down.
Of course he's gotten you tickets. Well, you've seen a lot of hockey games over the 56 years. What game stands out the most? It's the one we've reminisced a lot about during the tournament, isn't it?
Well, I think when Duluth East was in the 5 overtimes, we got out of this arena about 1 o'clock or 1:30 in the morning. That had to be the best trend. East lost, but it was a great game.
And you'll be coming for years to come, right?
God help me again. If he let me come, I'll be here.
All right, Bob Smiley, thanks so much for the time. Travel safe. Back to Austin, Texas.
All right, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the tournament. Clay, time for more hockey. Let's send it back up to you.
Okay. That guy is dedicated.
That's what this tournament brings. It's such great tradition. There's so many stories about the state tournament. Here's how we've been going for 56 years. It's unbelievable.
I'm Smalley. Point sorry. And here we go in period number 2. Little Falls has some work to do, down 2-0 to Duluth Marshall. And heard Mike McGraw say it, if Duluth Marshall the next one might be over. Big shot in the point as he came across. And that was Ben Houski. The save made, and another shot gets into the goaltender Paul. He's a cover up. So a good start here for Little Falls. This is exactly what they want to do.
Exactly what they needed. Now get some momentum. Now they've gotten 2 shots since only having 1 in the first period. Good start, Little Falls. Here's a shot from the point, and guys got to get there now. There's a good tip in. This is what's going to keep Little Falls. If they get that shot from the point, get guys going to the net.
Hanoski to take a draw over to the corner. Matt Letourneau there for Hilltoppers, playing behind the net. Ben Hanoski pulled down, and this will be and another break right off the bat here for Falls. This will be a hold there, an interference call perhaps. Going to be holding, and it's going to go against Duluth Marshall. So Little Falls goes back on the power play.
Here it is right here, number 4, Kevin Jones, just wrapping himself up. Good call by the referee. Good start, only 2 shots this period. Now they're on the power play. Hopefully they can cream up and turn this momentum into their favor.
The power play brought to you by Place.com. Second power play for Little Falls. Without a goal in their first attempt, this comes in softly on the goaltender, Paul. Hold on.
Little 4 players on the ice on power play. The 5th man come off the bench just after the face-off, so hopefully they can organize.
Soft shot from the point. It's wide, it's coming out of the near corner.
Little Falls doing a good jump play to support the puck.
Comes in there by Inez. Also get Gooch. Gooch short-handed, coming back the other way. Angles it into the corner, slows down, lost it. Now here Connolly with it.
I didn't know why Gooch didn't shoot the puck there. He scored a goal early in the first period by pounding the puck. He had an opportunity to get the puck net right there.
Great penalty kill we have seen for Duluth Marshall in the state tournament. The PK was right in the quarterfinals. They killed that 5-on-3, you'll remember, against Blake. And just throughout the entire tournament, really close to scoring a goal on him when handed.
And they do a good job of penalty killing up the ice. They have the first guy going hard on Little Falls, and the second guy reacts to the first pass. So, right when Little Falls come up the ice, they got the first guy from Duluth Marshall, the second guy's right there in the Little Falls' face. He's got to make a play on pressure.
Little Falls skating in offside. Unable to get organized here on the power play.
The Little Falls right now, when they're coming up the ice, they got to make 2 good passes right now. Give by the penalty unit of Duluth Marshall. There's 1-2. Now they're in right now. Good job.
Campiti pops it back. Got it for Cotton. It's taken away. Held in the zone by the Flyers, but the Hilltoppers able to gather it in. Coming back the other way is Kevin Honey. Fires it on the near boards and deep into the Little Falls zone, and there's only 14 seconds to go in this power play. But now another penalty coming up here. And this is going to be a tripping call, Little Falls, so there goes their power play.
Duluth Marshall got held up there a little bit. Number 19, Lucas Jorgensen. And, what's amazing to me, when Little Falls enters the zone, they attack them. They don't sit back, and they're not passive, not only in the defense zone, the neutral zone, everywhere on the ice.
So 4-on-4 with 13 more seconds than Marshall's back on the power play. Thrown in behind Ben Hanowski. Trying to get out. It does. Now Marshall back to full strength. Out of the box is Jones. And another penalty here.
Jack Conley did a great job of back-checking that power play. I think he may go to the box.
So, just as it looked like Duluth Marshall was going to go on power play, now going off interference.
He did a great
holding. This is going to be Connolly.
Yeah, he did a good job coming back. He should have let the player go right there. Good call by the referee. Hold for Jack Conley. For another 20 seconds.
Hanowski loses the draw, trying to get a shot off, come back to the point, ripping a blast. There's Petrowski. Paul able to cover up.
check that. I think there'd be 4-on-4 for another minute and 35 seconds. You know, in 4-on-4 situations, the forwards have the defense in the defense zone, and the defense have to take care of the forwards.
Kind of had a penalty this second period. The ice out there right now, skating 4-on-4, coming into the zone. Eric Labonte might angle in, takes it into the center. Comes all the way back up top of Latour. Turner drives and a shot that his own man saved her out in front.
You know, I look for Duluth Marshall's defense. Evan Jones was a 45-point. Matt Latour with 20 points, so they're going to get some offense from their defense.
Another penalty here, Phil. This is going to go against Duluth Marshall.
Well, they're going to be on a 4-3 situation right now. Little Falls, good opportunity for them.
Look at the corner, that's where the penalty happens. Right there. I didn't either, but it's not to say it didn't happen. So Labonte goes off. The 3:47 marker slashing. And now there's even more ice out there.
You know, in a 5-on-3 situation, you want to be able to carry the puck in the zone and get set up. You don't want to dump it.
Come to the zone, Jim Pender, long shot, and that surprised me a little bit.
It does. What's surprising, had some room on the outside, it's down deep and set up.
This power play brought to you by LakeIce.com. Little Falls 4-on-3 for the next 48 seconds. In the Valley Consolation bracket, Egan winner over Lakeville North for the 3. That is just on final.
To see Egan back after a tough loss yesterday. Good for them. Got to live to see another day in this tournament. Good for them.
And we talked about yesterday, you know, when you lose in that draw, still games to be played.
You just sort of got to regroup a team. It was tough in that first game, but you know, you still want to be a state tournament. Maybe bring some hardware back to your own program.
It's important.
Just to have good showing in the state tournament. You work so hard to get, and then once you get here, just to do something positive is great for high school.
Here comes Hanowski as Fessler and Cotton with him. Here's Fessler trying to rip a snapshot toward the net, broken up by Letourneau. Back for Fessler, top of this, will drop it down to the left of the goaltender. Hanowski, backhand shot out in front. Fessler's tied up by defenseman Kevin Doan.
5-on-3 situation for 10 seconds. They can hurry up and get a rush here, but you'd like the Little Falls use their points a little bit more on the power play.
5-3 for Little Falls. Fessler trying to get around the defenseman, trying to fight out that check. Throw pass back through the slot, nobody there. Now it's 5-on-4 as the penalty time still continues to click off here. Eric Bounty.
You know, in that 4-on-3 situation, Little Falls had a chance to use the point, try to spread Duluth Hilltoppers out a little bit, look for a better shot.
13 seconds to LeBounty's penalty. Here coming out across the line. A long drive that is deflected wide by Paul.
And that's what Little Falls has to do more of, getting that puck to the net. Even if it's a long shot, you get guys going to the net, hopefully they'll get a rebound.
Bounty back into the play. Marshall has done it again. We talked about it in the quarterfinals. They were down 5-on-3 at one point. And they've effectively built another 2-man disadvantage. Wow, having trouble covering it up is Kluver way out of the net. But he does get the whistle. 10:59 to go. Duluth Marshall on top 2-0. But the shots are getting closer now. 9-7 in favor of the Tubbers.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah?
You want to buy a car?
No. What?
$20. Fresh baby. 20 bucks. Come on, $12.
All right. 20. Oh, man.
No matter what stage you're in life, there's a Wells Fargo nearby to help. Get more than free check. Get to your next stage.
The second period here at the XL Energy Center in St. Paul, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, moving you forward. Here's Letourneau. Cross pass for Jones. Nice move to get around. Falls checker there, but Little Falls able to regain possession and clear it out. 10:30 to go here in period number 2. I will say this, even though there have been a lot of penalties in this period, it's been hard to establish a whole lot of flow. Little Falls dug sharper here so far in the second.
Yes, they have, especially on that 4-on-3. I think they missed an opportunity to get back in this game.
In circle. Taking a shot. David Hafford. Right to the near side.
Right now the Falls outputting Duluth Marshall in this period. 6-2.
Zach Laird. And Zach was sent home yesterday because of some strep throat. Got a cotton. Here he is back in the state tournament.
It's amazing what adrenaline will do to a young kid, and being in the state tournament.
Not he struck me out, he said.
This could be a once in a lifetime. You don't realize how hard it is to get here, and once you get here, you're not going to miss your opportunity to play in the state tournament.
Oh, here's a chance for Bordson moving in slot. Good stick handling, gets a shot off, but it was blocked up front end.
Bordson showing great patience there. He could have shot the first time, held, tried to get him in his better scoring opportunity.
It's easy to see why Bordson didn't shut in on this one. Comes in from Gooch, and the save was made by Kluber. But Hender's a big guy out in front. He takes a lot of space. The defenseman is 6'2", 225. We've got a break. 9:7 to go. 2-0 Hilltoppers.
Here's a brand new Town & Country van. Here's a 2005 pre-owned Town & Country van for Annette Chrysler Jeep Kia. See the difference? The new van has stove seats. So does this one. The new van has rear air and loads of options. Same Barnett's. Now see if you can notice one big difference. The Barnett van, you save over $12,000. That's a 2005 Town & Country for just $14,900. Get to Barnett Chrysler Jeep Kia today. Highway 61 is north of 694 on the White Bear Auto Strip.
They're paid up. And they're happy to be here. It's our Dairy Queen fan cam. Some of the Little Falls fans. Energy Center.
Look the way Little Falls is playing right now. They're playing with some spirit. They regrouped after the first period and say, hey, we've got to make a push. They haven't gotten any results, but hopefully they can continue to put some pressure on Duluth Marshall.
The penalty boxes are empty. I haven't been able to say that here in the second period thus far. 2-0 Marshall on top. Fessler tries to clear the zone. The Flyers gets to the line and Beatty spinning, backhands it along the wall. Held in now by Kevin Mahoney.
And that's Duluth Marshall's defense do so well. They'll hold that line on the offense, wrap that puck in. If they don't keep the puck, they'll take the man.
Mahoney plays with his glove, tries to bat it ahead, fit right back up by the Flyers. Now settling it down at center ice is Stauber. Stauber wraps it around the boards. Kluber leaves it back there. 8:27 to go, period number 2. 2-0 Duluth Marshall on top. Kluber almost ran into his own man there as Matt Boone, the defenseman, came in to try to get that puck. Here along the near wall, we're going to have an offside on Duluth Marshall.
There's another perfect example from the team trying to hold the puck in. You know, just barely kept it in. There's an offside call. One thing I like about Duluth Marshall is when they take a shot offensive zone, you see yellow jerseys in front of that goaltender. You saw Paul, man in the crease, so they're to the net.
Working with Lou on the night games too. You guys are, it's like here in a recording, you guys say that over and over again. I've heard it the last couple of days. The main thing it seems to me is when a shot is off, first thing you do is head if you're the one shooting the puck.
Yeah, it's such an innocent play. It looks like a little wrist shot, a little dribbler gets to the net. You got guys going there because the goalie knows, and he sees players going to the net, and that's a distraction for goaltender.
And is that what a coach means when your intermission interview says, you know, our guy's standing around? Is that what he's saying when he says that?
Yes, you know, that's one of the things, getting their feet moving, but I think getting to the net, you know, getting those garbage goals. Big games, you know, it's not the pretty play. I know we saw a play goal earlier.
Connell scores! Wrist shot by Jack Connolly. And he makes it a 3-0 game, and that is going to take a lot of the wind out of the sails of Little Falls Flyers.
Yeah, Little Falls has got a big uphill battle right now. You know, in the last two shifts in Duluth, they've controlled the puck in Little Falls zone. They've created some scoring chance. Here, one of them, Jack Connolly. Get puck through, the goaltender Kluber, good shot in the far side, sneaking through his stick glove as it's called right here, right underneath his arm, good shot. You know, it was just that time, I think, last two shifts, and they'll load on some pressure early here. Those last two shifts, and you see momentum in the big game, and have the momentum change right there.
Jack Connolly with his 1 goal of the season, his first of the state tournament. His brother Chris was on that third-place team last year.
And he's a good little player.
He was.
Great lateral movement. Good hockey vision, good defense, so it runs in the family.
Connolly had a couple of goals in the section title game to Duluth Marshall here. Beat the Sock at the ice in the Section 2 championship game. Got a delay penalty coming up, and now whistle blows.
I think that could be too many men on the ice if you count them right now.
Little Falls, too many men, perhaps?
I think it might be Duluth Marshall. A lot of yellows on the ice. And,
okay.
You could count 1, 2, maybe roughing. I thought it was a lot of guys on the ice, but they got it a little too high on that check.
Now this is going to be on the bounty. number 18. Pardon me, David Hafferty.
Yeah, it looks like he got hands up a little too high there to defend himself. It was a good check by number 13, Zach Laird.
So this will power play number 5 for Little Falls, and so far Bill haven't been able to pop one in. They shot on all 4 of their power plays to this point.
Well, they finally get it set here. Now they just got to get pucks to the net.
This power play brought by LakePlace.com. They set it up a point for Jim Pender. Big Pender down in the circle for Fessler. Fessler lost it, throws it back up top. Drive from the point to let it cross over the top of the crossbar. Off the plexiglass, comes back down to center. Boys, he's in the plexiglass, a lot of big bounces. Now moving in, Bordson. He pushed outside. Bordson pulled trigger.
That was a great save by Jake Kluver.
Bordson maybe should have got a little bit sooner. Now Fessler moving in. Drops it down. Cotton trying to set it up in front. Cotton put it out in front. The shot goes in. Paul makes the save, and it stays 3-0. Now watch this move here by Bordson.
Good outside, inside, going to the net, beats the defender, but he holds on to the puck here, loses it a little bit, but I think he gets a shot here, and I think Kluver gets a glove in that save.
Yeah.
Big save, but right now Little is their best puck play so far, and I think it's because they've been using their point men.
Here comes a chance for Jack Connolly. Short-handed. Nice move, shot right on, and Kluver makes the save. Wow, Jack Connolly is on fire here midway through the second period.
Duluth Marshall kills please. Very aggressive, and when they've got the puck, they look for the they're trying to create offensively, and here's Jack Conley coming right now with a little dizzy doodle move, gets the shot off, big save by Kluver again.
Sure, you never know it the way they're controlling the puck right.
Yeah, and if there's an 80% look position, I think Duluth has got to have 80% right now.
22 seconds to go. Here comes Marshall again. This would be a 3-on-2. On-man rush the other way. Gooch from the circle. She comes out and glove by Kluver.
And you can see when Gooch shot that, Conley didn't quit going to the net. He almost got a rebound there, and that's what Duluth Marshall does so well. You see Gooch going right here. A big play, getting the puck to the net. Jack Conley almost gets a rebound right there.
Shots on this power play for Little Falls. Marshall 3, Little Falls nothing.
It's tough to swallow right now, especially on power play. It sort of deflates your bench, battling on the power play, and that's unusual. To be on the power play, giving up shots.
Hafferty back out of the box. Marshall back to the strength. So Little Falls 0-5 with the man advantage. Yeah, that'll kill you. Moving in, centering pass. Backhand goes of the post. Eric LeBounty. 12-1 wide is backhand.
And Brock Taylor there with a nice little pirouette backhand spin move.
At center, here's a chance for Hafferty coming back. Hafferty moving in. Shot goes well wide. Rattles off in boards, comes out the left point, held in here by Duluth Marshall.
You can sense right now, you're just getting a feel of this hockey game in the second period. Duluth Marshall is taking over after they scored that third. They've really played well.
This is going to go against Marshall. Might be LeBounty here. Tripping coughing up a power play to Little Falls. We'll have it. We'll come back. 3-0 Duluth Marshall.
The signs are everywhere. It's Toyota's premier event. While you're there, check out the SUVs with great deals going on now. Get a $279 lease for 36 months on Highlander. Lease the new 06 Sienna for just $279 a month, 36 months. You can get 8 customer cash on both. And get 1.9% financing on the new Highlander Hybrid. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, moving forward.
Welcome back to the XL Energy. Duluth Marshall up 3-0 over Little Falls. You know something cool about this tournament coming down here. You go to the Let's Play Hockey Expo. It's been going on 7 years, and that is you can find this side. The Let's Play Hockey bobblehead. You can also find dozens and dozens of hockey interactive booths. It's really fun for the hockey enthusiast. I can say that very well. It's the hockey fan. And it always is insane, Paul, about 10 o'clock in the morning every day. And when I was talking to the Let's Play Hockey guys, when they called bobblehead manufacturer to have them made, they said Minnesota is biggest state for bobblehead collecting. Right?
Duluth Marshall makes it 4-0.
What a passing play from Lucas Jorgensen. Shorthand. I don't think Duluth Marshall can see this a little ball. Doesn't make going on the penalty kill. I mean, this is just a great play and patience with the puck. Lucas Jorgensen is down the right side here in your screen, and he holds on the puck, holds on, and waits till Bordson gets a position to get the puck. Great passing play, great 2-on-1. And Bordson, patient, going to the net, doesn't stop behind the puck and buries that puck to make a little lead.
The second goal of the game is third of the turn, is 30th of the year. Rob Borton for Kevin Mahoney, and it's 4-0 Duluth Marshall.
Gooch and Borton are having a hack turn up to this point. They've been on a lot of goals, and
little ball still on power play. They were trying to get a pass over Hanowska. Fessler in that rush.
You know, you talk about Bortson's offensive skills on that play. Bortson came all the way back on a great back check play, playing out the puck. That's what Luke Martin is all about.
Bortson, second of the game and third
to go in the penalty. Now an offside call, 250 foul.
You know, it's tough to swallow Little Falls being on the power play. Here's the fake by Jorgensen right there. Little kick start with Lynn, and then it was a perfect pass on the boot stick, and they've been about to score on the penalty kill every this whole game.
So he lit his leg just to make it look at a shoot.
It's just like he started to hurry back home and Duluth and give it a little kick fake. You know, Delaney he's always used a little start when I played with them to score goals, and it was a reminiscence of Timo Solani.
Husky had it poked away. He tracked it back down, throws it into the corner. 35 seconds to go in this Little Falls power play. Boy, did he shot from the point. Storzinger got one in on the old pin, but palms the pads in.
Little Falls taking those shots from the middle of the ice, so they get guys to the net.
And it's just ahead for Bohowski. Hanowski throws it out in front, picked off in the slot. Who else? Jack Connolly. He's done it all here in period number 2.
And this other
Gooch. Brox. Oh, Josh was knocked by Kluver.
Well, I think Jake Knipp, just like the last penalty kill when they scored on 2-on-1 again, I think he was ready for the play. He just got scored goal by Borson. Good padding by Kluver.
Another short-handed shot to Marshall.
And that's some flexibility right there. He was spread eagle. Great job by Kluver.
1 second to go in the penalty time as we have another whistle here as leaves the rink.
Well, Little Falls could have been back into this game. They had some power plays early. They've given up another short-handed goal, so it's very difficult as a team to regroup from that.
Labonte's out of the box. Marshall back at full strength. And you almost get the sense that Little Falls is like, good. When they're short-handed, they're even more dangerous for some reason.
Yeah, it's just a mindset you have on the penalty field. Play with a little bit more urgency. You're down one man, and they've done it effectively and very aggressive.
Now centering pass out front base, rolled off his stick to far corner. Play back behind the net for Happy. He's put up against boards.
Look for Duluth Marshall now, maybe to get the third and fourth lines involved now that they're up 4. Save that rest for tomorrow.
Jones, good job to hold up his man. Kevin Jones, the defenseman for Duluth Marshall. There's 1 minute to go here in period number 2. Pass ahead center, nobody home, and this is going to come in all paddles away. Here comes left center. Plays a pass left wing, nice sticking by Borson. A shot just missed the right post.
Borson trying to return the Jorgensen with some up earlier in this game.
Back at the Duluth Marshall line. Nice man pass, but Mahoney in offside.
That was awfully close. It looked good from way up here, but the official's right there to make the call.
And now a Little Falls penalty here.
A tripping.
I didn't see it, but nonetheless, Ben Hanowski's here with 25.4 seconds to go in the period. Duluth Marshall will be on power play for the remainder of this period, and it likely will carry to period number 3. This power play brought to you by LakePlace.com.
Well, that's tough. No, you're up for Little Falls. You're down 4 to a power play at the end of a period, and you have to go back after this period if you want a lot of goal. Try to regroup, knowing you're going on to penalty kill.
Dance at the point. Gets the pass, sends out low, broken up by Fessler, played to the far corner at the Horn Sound. So Duluth Marshall with 2 first-period goals here again in the second period. They've got a comfortable lead going into our second intermission.
A Little Falls started out really well at the beginning of this period, but there was that little momentum change later on in the second period where Duluth Marshall put 2 good shifts together. They scored on that second shift in a little circle area, and then they scored and had that great short-handed goal.
Well, things going pretty well for Duluth Marshall after the first couple of periods. I can imagine what Brent Flaherty's going to want to look forward to period number 3, but let's find out alongside Ann Carroll in their bench.
Well, Coach, we talked about it before the game. It led like 3-0. Your guy led up. You got a 4-0 lead. You concerned about it all going into the third?
No, I think we're going to have a third period. I think it'll be our best period. We're going to make it our best period. some undisciplined play in that second period, disappointed in, and a couple of suspect calls, actually, I thought, too. So, but I think we overcame it, got a shorthanded goal there, and we're in pretty good shape for the third.
Let's talk more about that discipline. The game plan was by the guys. They wanted to be more disciplined.
Yep.
Took a lot of penalties. I think we're up to 6 now, but what do these guys need to do coming out in the third?
Well, I just think got to settle down a little bit. I think we got a little there at times, and things weren't going our way, and we took some just unnecessary penalties. I think it'll be a good third period. I think we'll do what we need to do here and hope build on the lead.
And you have said you have yet to play your best hockey, right?
Right. And I'm not sure it came today either, but hopefully we'll have a great third period here and make up for the second.
All right, Coach Verdi, thanks so much for the time. Go upstairs to you play.
All right, he wants to see some more disciplined play from his team, but tell you what, the Hilltoppers looking good. They have a 4-0 lead, second intermission coming up. Ball.
Walk right in, sit right down, and lay your hang down. Walk right in, sit right down. Baby, don't you wait so long. Lay your hair hang down. Ooh. Baby, lay your hair hang down. Relax, you're at Great Clips.
They're America's favorite fans.
We're a team. We're in this together.
And of these shows,
It's just such a magical time.
they're the friends you know.
You're that holds this group together. Really? Not you.
The friends you love.
You gotta rearrange your bubbles. Whoa.
The friends that are always here.
It's kind of a package deal.
5 days a week.
Ooh, that's a great plan.
45 Television Variety.
No matter what stage you're at in life, Wells Fargo has the home equity account to help. Make the most of your home. Wells Fargo, the next stage.
A new, easy way to buy, sell lake property is only one click away. LakePlace.com. Visit LakePlace.com, the largest online selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin lake homes, cabins, and lake lots. Search by area, city, or price range to find that perfect lake place. LakePlace.com also features the largest selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin cabin rentals and family resorts. Remember, LakePlace.com, because life's better at the lake.
And welcome back to the second of this Class A semifinal between Marshall of Duluth and Little Falls. 4-0 right now in favor of Marshall. Their offensive firepower so far, much to handle for the Flyers of Little Falls. Let's take a look at history here a little bit. 1981, Edina West versus South St. Paul, Phil Howley's squad. They go on to win this quarterfinal game. Edina West at the time was ranked #1 in the state. At the end here, you can see, Phil, you are here now. Tell us about this controversial goal that was not a goal, as it turns out.
Well, it was definitely offside. You can see the official made the right call, but even you have a little question about the offside. You can see the green light go on before the puck enters the net. A huge win for South St. Paul at the time. Edina West rated #1 in the state. They were picked to win the state tournament that year.
Now, this first year, the instant replay has been used in the state tournament. It was not available back in 1981 when that happened. We've had about at least a half dozen reviews and what a couple of goals that have been called back. Let's take a look at one from a game yesterday. Lakeville North had a goal taken back in their game against Blaine. Mike, why don't you talk about this?
Oh, here the puck, it goes back out, and the player comes in on the far side of the crease, and he was in before the puck was there.
Brian, as a player, this is a difficult one to swallow, isn't it?
Well, it is. You know, you're coming in on the net, you're trying to crash it there and be there for any rebound, and he's there, but he's got to jump himself back out to get out of the crease just in case the puck's in there. I mean, it's hard as hard.
And Bill, by looking at it, you can tell it didn't really impact the play. That is the rule.
That is the rule, and that's why you have replay now. You know, the first state hockey tournament, and you know, even though you're taught as a little kid to go, you know, you're not taught to stop in front of the crease to crease, but unfortunately for play.
And in the crease rule, doesn't it exist to stop interference with the goaltender? And this goalie, it was nowhere near that play.
They changed that rule. You're not interfering, you can't crease. My own personal opinion is that it should make the National High School Federation not take a look at the rule change.
And real quickly, that changed the momentum of that game, didn't it? Wakefield, it would have been up 3-2, instead they were down 3-2.
Well, I think they were. You know, when you look at these tournaments, you look at Blaine. I think they're trying to find themselves in the game, and you know, the game's close. It was tied. They all up. So I really think it changed the whole momentum of the game, and ultimately Blaine taking advantage of that.
We point out the rule was called correctly. That is the rule. Goal was Felsie, thanks for joining us down here. Good luck to you in the third period up Duluth.
Come down here, guys.
Yeah, we want to get you out and stretch you a little bit. We'll be back in a moment as our intermission show continues. You're watching for Class A semifinal action.
Pure, utter pandemonium sweeping across the country. That's right. Papa Murphy has created pandemonium, an all-new pan crust that's made from scratch, then brought in olive oil and covered with our honey tomato sauce. Our pan crust on a pizza, like our real-sized pepperoni. It's just $6.99. Really up to a family size. Join the pan crust pandemonium today. Handmade in arch and home-baked in your oven. That's Papa Murphy's.
SOP was founded by Steen aircraft engineers. Their spirit lives on. The turbocharged Saab 9-3 Sport sedan with estimated 31 miles per gallon highway. When you used to build jets, you don't build another.
The March leasing event is here. Maury Saab. Lease a new 9-3 Sports sedan, $299 plus tax and license with $29.99 down. Program ends March 31st, 2006.
Signs all point. It's Toyota's premier event. While you're there, check out the Toyota cars. With great deals going on now. You can get $500 customer cash on the sporty Corolla or the truly unique Matrix. While you're there, check out all new, bigger, more powerful RAV4 with an available 269 horsepower V6. Now's the time to get the best deals on the new Toyotas. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, moving forward.
Warning. Failure to watch Frasier 5 days a week may result in serious side effects. Mild chills, upset stomach, and insomnia. But don't worry, the cure is simple. Frasier, 5 days a week.
Television with variety.
Welcome back. This interview is brought to you by Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, the next stage, looking at the Hermantown Hawks in their locker room, getting ready for our second game today. They will face St. Thomas Academy. Let's talk about this game. Let's take a look at the highlights of this second period. Mike, take us through the first one.
First goal, you can see Jack Conley coming in here for Marshall Duluth. He picks up a loose puck. He gets it on his forehand. He holds it and holds it until the goalie commits. He goes down. He puts it right through between his body and his arm. Great goal.
And then Brian, the second goal of the period is a beautiful.
It really is. Mahoney makes a great individual effort here to get by the defenseman. He's got a 2-on-1. He knows he's got a winger coming with him. He makes a little fake in the shot there and just holds it. What patience. Slides across. And you got to really look at the great big option here to wait back and find the hole in order to get that puck in the net.
And let's take a look at the stat from that period. You can see it's all Marshall. Shot on goal, 17-9. A lot of scoring chances, very few for Little Falls so far. So, Mike, what does Tony Kuchar tell his team? They're down 4-0 against a team with so much firepower.
Well, number one, don't feel sorry for yourself. You're really not out of it yet. Second thing, they have to put every puck at the net, every chance they get.
Yeah, Brian, we've seen a couple periods of play in this tournament where there's been a flurry of goals scored. The key is Little Falls can't afford to give up any more.
No, they really can't. You know, the momentum of a game can change very quickly. Little Falls has to look at trying to get the first one, seeing what happens. Maybe Marshall will get a little lackadaisical here. Think maybe, hey, we can get 7-8 goals and we open up a little bit. And sometimes, the ball will go the other way really quickly.
All right, well, the Falls know their season is on the line right now, so we'll see what happens. The third period, just minutes away. You're watching coverage of the Class Single A semifinal.
The Flamethrower Grill Burger at Dairy Queen with jalapeno bacon and Tabasco-flavored mayo in half-pound and quarter-pound. Do one carefully. And finish off with a mint Oreo lizard treat.
The Minnesota State High School League. Beat challenges. Promoting excellence. And crowning champions. Striving to provide academics and sportsmanship. That's the Minnesota State High School League.
The king is here. People is supreme.
I can sit on you and kill you yet and get work.
The King Queens.
Television with
If you're planting hybrids with Herculex 1 insect detection, make sure you extract every ounce of performance with best weed control. Because all hybrids with Herculex 1 carry the Liberty Link grain, giving you the opportunity to use Liberty herbicide control over 120 broadleaf woods and grasses. unsurpassed crop safety. Talk to your retailer about Liberty, part of Growing Strong Rewards program.
When it's just you between the puck and the net, you gotta be your best. Stauber's Goal Crease, the ultimate goalie training center, can get you there. Under Rob Stauber brings 10 years of NHL experience and innovative training methods to aspiring young goalies, offering a state-of-the-art training facility, pro shop, and year-round programs including summer camps. The one-to-one goalie training method uses groundbreaking techniques at Stauber's Goal Crease, the training center anywhere. Call now or visit goalcrease.com. Stauber's Crease, training Minnesota goalies to be their best.
And welcome back. Little Falls has a lot of work ahead. They're trailing 4-0 against Duluth Marshall. Welcome back to our coverage up here in the booth. Brian Bonin, you know, is only former Hobie Baker Award winner. You were also a Mr. Hockey Award winner in 1992, and we're going to talk about the Mr. Hockey candidates this year. The new Mr. Hockey will be named on Sunday at the annual banquet. Let's take a look at the list of candidates. You'll see at the top of that list, Jay Barabal, Holy Angels. Holy Angels upset in the section semifinals, not here in the tournament. Mike, who else like on this list?
Well, a couple players we haven't mentioned in any of our broadcasts. First of all, Goslin from Burnsville, a very good player, their leading scorer, probably the heart and soul of their team this year. And then Andy Sackerson from St. Louis Park, who was, I think, the last week of the season, the leading scorer in the metro area. He had something like 56 or 50 goals for the season.
And Brian, you were Mr. Hockey at White Bear Lake. There's a White Bear there.
Yeah, there is. David Grunt had a fabulous season. Unfortunately, making the tournament. You know, it's funny. In 1992, when I won the award, I didn't make it here either. So I think we only one guy that's actually in the tournament this year.
Yeah, that's something. And it's Michael Forney. Yeah.
It's really tough. You know, both to get your team here, have a good season, and you know, it's always about team play. You got good players around you. It's a whole lot easier to do some good things individually.
Well, best of luck to all those candidates. Again, the winner will be announced on Sunday. Let's now to the booth where Phil Housley and Clay Matvick are standing by for all of the third period of the game. Guys?
Thanks, Tom. Yeah, it's back up here in the booth now. And there's Coach Flaherty. And he gave us a hard time before the game here today because of we took a shot of her. Yeah, Wednesday.
Hockey fans, be sure to check out this website for
a lot cuter than Brandon, and he disagreed with it, but we held the shot there. But talking about Little Falls now, you know, being down 4-0, they're killing a penalty right now. You know, this game, anything can happen. You know, hopefully can kill this penalty, find something positive, maybe get a goal, get back into the hockey game.
Quality scoring chances, 10-3 in the Hilltoppers. Their odd-man rushes also 7-3 in favor of Duluth Marshall. They've really dominated this game from basically the opening faceoff. They've been able to kill penalties effectively, just like they did in the quarterfinals. This is what happens here in period number 3. Penalty time clicking off. Ben Hanowski, the top players for Little Falls in the box. That's something the Flyers can't afford to have, is too many of their top-line guys sit out any time the rest of the way here today. Shot a point off the stick. Jones whistled wide.
You talk about odd man rushes, especially with Duluth East. You give them many odd man rushes, you're just playing with fire.
Jones again fakes the shot, moves it over to the far wing. Now back to Jones. There's a pass for Bordson. Bordson had it poked away. Gooch chases it down. Good for Bordson. Back up for Jones. Jones sets up and a shot that goes wide left. There's Letourneau now. Back for Jones. Jones again fakes the shot. Bordson in the circle. Had it blocked to the far boards by Dorziger.
You can see the difference in the power plays. They're taking no long shots to the point. They're using their points. They're trying to spread Little Falls out, penalty kill unit, and getting shots through, and guys are crashing on that. Twice Bordson tried that little give-and-go play with Bobby Gooch, but it was nullified by Little Falls defenseman. But they're working the puck around. They're composed with the puck. They're making clean shots to the game, and that's what you need on the power play.
21 seconds left. This Lake plays a count power play. Bordson to take the draw for the Hilltoppers. Play back up to the point for Letourneau. Letourneau drops it down for Mahoney. Back for Letourneau. Here's Jones again. Played it for Bridges to get off his skate. Gooch missed play behind the net. Comes from Mahoney. Taps it around the boards. 6 seconds to go in the penalty time. To Hanowski moving in front. He score. Bob Gooch with his second goal of the game. It is now 5 in favor of the Hilltoppers.
You know, I think Bob Gooch is trying to find a man with Kevin Mahoney in the doorstep. It happened to bank off goalie or the defender of the Little Falls player and come right back to him. But the power play of Duluth Hilltoppers right now is very good. They're very much in control. You can see here's the little pass off the defender right back to him, and the goal trying to play the pass, which he is, because you know Mahoney's on the doorstep there. It's a net if he doesn't.
Top line has 4 goals here today for Duluth Marshall. Got a tripping penalty coming here. 15-20 to play in the hockey game. This is going to go against Marshall. And Little Falls will have a power play opportunity here. They've been ineffective on the power play, however, so far today.
And that would have been their Achilles heel right now in this game, is they haven't been able to really set up a long time. They had at times, but they really haven't gotten any shots off the power play.
I would give it to Bordson.
I had to correct
that. I'm not going to hear that Bordson is credited with the goal, but we know it to be Bob Gooch's second goal of the game. Meanwhile, Stoley, fourth-line winger, has taken a penalty here for Duluth Marshall. He's sitting out.
It's too bad because he finally gets a chance to play and he takes a penalty, but he's in the score.
Minute 20 to go in this power play for Little Falls. Shot coming in from the point. Matt Boone sends it on, and Paul makes the stop. So look at this goal again. We can see that this is indeed good scoring, number 17.
Yeah, and Rob Bordson will be going to play it as well as Kevin Jones. So Gooch, you know, the puck's following him today, I should say, and that first line, when you talk about first lines have to play well in big games, they have done today.
4 goals from the top line guys. Jack Connolly also with a goal from that second line. Those top lines for Duluth Marshall have been just devastating here in the postseason for opponents.
You know, you talk about top 2 lines, even their second line would be a first line in a lot of hockey games, and it shows the depth of Duluth Marshall.
50 seconds to go in this LakeLakes.com power play for the Flyers. Drop down Ben Hanowski, shot blocked by Jones. Jones back the other way, power 3-on-2 if they hurt. Jones brings it in, left wing side, goes backhand, pass in front for Bordson. Bordson driven off the puck. Here comes Hanowski back the other way. Shot goes wide. Last there from Jorgensen. And I think the goal to Paul got a piece of it. Back comes Bordson now. Bordson scores! Oh, wow. Bob Bordson is top shelf for the hat trick.
That was just a great individual effort. He beat the Little Falls to the puck. I want to show you something on the replay here. Bordson did. We knew the Little Falls player was going to poke check the puck. He pulls it in tight to body, pulls it out to protect the puck, and he buries the top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies. But anyways, here, he protects the puck right here with his left leg. All the really good hockey players sense that when the player is going to attack him and try to poke check, they stick that leg out, protects the puck, does a great job, gets it forehand, backhand to forehand. Right there, he protects the puck. And there it is, where Grandma keeps cookies. Unbelievable individual effort. You know, this Rob Bordson, we talked about this player a lot, but he's shown a lot to me personally. What a great player. That whole line of Gooch and Mahoney.
We had 3 hat tricks yesterday in the AA quarterfinals. We got our first hat trick here today at the semifinals.
I don't know what they're eating up in Duluth Marshall, any of these other high schools, but they better keep eating it because it's working.
Well, if I got to the state tournament, my stomach would be in knots. I don't know how these guys do it on such a large stage, television audiences. Some of these guys are having the best games of their high school careers.
Yes, they're saving the best for last, and that's what special players do. And, you know, just thinking about when I played in the state tournament as sophomore and looking up at 18,000 fans, I'm telling you, I had the butterflies. It took me about 5 shifts to really settle down and play the game.
So a shorthanded goal for Borden completes the hat trick. It's 6-0 now as Duluth Marshall is just 12:37 away from advancing to championship game. We're back at St. Paul after this on Channel 45.
At GMC, we seek out the world's greatest engineering innovations and put them to use. Introducing the all-new 2007 GMC Yukon with more power, greater fuel efficiency, and details crafted with exacting precision. It's engineering beyond the drawing board. GMC, engineered to the highest standard, professional grade.
Back at the 2016 high school hockey tournament. In the third period, on T-Box to take life as it comes, or you grab life by the horns. 15 shorthanded goals on the season now, Duluth Marshall. 2 in this game. It's now 6-0. Bordson has a hat trick.
You know, Brendan Flair was talking about the penalty killing unit before the game, and you know they have killed so well already in these first 2 games. They're very aggressive, and they try to create offense from their penalty killing unit, and they have 4 sets of players, Gooch and Bordson and Mahoney and Conley. that do such a great job. They front the puck in the defensive zone. The defensemen move the puck up, and instead of shoot puck down sometimes when they sustain for the opposing team, they find the open man and they try to attack.
One of the best at doing that. He's got both of the shorthanded goals today. Coming up next, Hermtown and St. Thomas Academy. Class A semifinal. It comes immediately following this one, so we hope you stick around here on Channel 45 to find out who will advance in that game.
And that's going to be too. St. Thomas, Hermantown. St. Thomas being rated number 2, Hermantown rated number 3. It's going to be a great matchup. It's a lot of speed on both teams.
We're getting fourth-line players and third-string fencemen now in there for both sides.
That's huge for a team that, you know, plays 3 games in 4 nights. To be able to save that to the next game is a huge advantage, I think. And if you look at Hermantown and St. Thomas, they might have to go down to 2 lines at some points in the game.
Here comes Jared Fessler through center. Plays it back for Jorgensen. Back for Fessler. Cuts the corner. Moves in. Got save made by Paul. Good move by Jared Fessler, the sophomore. The Little Falls into tonight with 78 points on season.
Jason Paul hasn't been tested that much in this game. He has been square to the shooter and really made the big save when needed it. Here's a good play by number 11, Fessler. Square to the shooter. Good job by Jason Paul. Good job by Jared Fessler. You know, we haven't said his name that much tonight, but there was a good chance for him.
Shots now 22-12. Duluth Marshall.
You just lose the track time. I always say tonight. I mean today.
I mistake too. So
I don't know where I am. It's just so exciting to be here and be a part of the state tournament.
From the top of the middle, shot gets in. Paul able to see it the whole way, gloves it. And the clock stops with 10:50 to go.
You can see the line of Laskowski's line out there right now. They haven't seen a lot of action. This is a big advantage for Duluth Marshall, being able to rest some of their players. It's you know, so they can go full tilt in the state.
Line out there now for Duluth Marshall. Lebowski and Hafferty. They really haven't seen a lot of ice time today either, but able to spill those top 2 lines again.
Well, you know, Duluth was to kill so many penalties that it disrupts the flow of all your lines, but this is an excellent chance for these guys to get in the game. Laskowski's line, get them experience. I mean, there's 2 sophomores and a junior on that line, so this gives them experience to get in here and play in the game.
The Duluth Marshall Hilltops should the conference on Cloquet, Esco, Carlton. Playing that Lake Superior Conference. That's a good conference. Duluth Marshall was able to win a share of that time. Now what they want is a state championship all themselves.
You know, conference, a lot of good skating teams in that conference. You have to be able to skate to compete.
Marshall's not finished yet. They continue to buzz around that Falls net. Hoover able to make this save. We're under 10 minutes now. Third here, 6-0. In charge.
I will always wear my seatbelt.
I wear my seatbelt.
Every 1 minute and buckle up.
1 minute and buckle up.
You will never miss it again.
Don't count on it.
Driving with a seatbelt, that's a penalty.
5 Iowa gives you our game summary, and take it away.
Well, I think storyline is 0 for 7 on the power for Little Falls and the shorthanded goals. Again, and if you want to play Duluth Marshall, I mean, they've had more shots killing penalties than Little Falls has had on the power play. And you just expect to win hockey games if you play like that.
The thing we got to the effort of Jason Paul. Yeah, he has been tested a whole lot. It's been a tough offensively for Little Falls, but when he has been, he's been solid. Right now, he's pitching a shutout.
Well, he's getting a lot of too. If you think about when he's been challenged, he's stuck in. You know, he hasn't been tested a lot, so mentally it's tough in a game. You know, it's easy when you're getting shots and you're in the action. It takes a lot of mental focus in a game when you periodically are getting flurries of shots. So, you know, he's done a great job right now at this point.
He saw 24 shots for Blake. I should say he had to make 24 saves against the Blake school to get victory there. Only 13 shots on goal from the Falls here today. Got gets on to Hoover. Able to turn that away as Phil Nielsen came in and put a shot on it. A shot from the point, and again, Klug shot all the way. This one from Connolly from the blue line. They don't blow the whistle here. They're going to keep play going.
Wow, that's
like the puck.
He had convinced, but
the officials followed their whistles here to go a little bit. Here's Fessler. Gains some speed. Nice job getting that push away. It's been Derek Randall, just a sophomore. That's here today, of course. Getting some time here now in the third year.
Jared Fessler, just a sophomore, and he's got great hands, great vision. I think this is going to be a good experience for him because a lot of times when coming across the defensive blue line, he has a chance to shoot the puck, and a lot of times you can try and get that deke around that defenseman. Sometimes best play is shoot the puck, and that sets you up for that one-on-one isolation.
Referee has his hand in the air. We've got a holding penalty coming up against Little Falls. There's Tony Kuchar in his 13th year, the bench boss of the Flyers. And it's like for the second straight year, Duluth Marshall is going to knock him and his team out of the Championship tournament. Holding call here on Joe Cotton, so he skates up. And Duluth Marshall goes back on the power play. This will be their fourth of the day. This power play brought to you by LakePlace.com. Couple of power play goals are all lead today for Hilltoppers.
Their special teams played unbelievable today. 2 shorthanded goals, 2 power play goals. Really the big difference in this hockey game.
Coming through center with speed, the defenseman Kevin Jones gets into the circle. He's ridden to the outside there by Jorgensen. Babuch from behind, trying to throw it in front of Mahoney. And the Flyers able to clear.
Duluth Marshall does a tremendous job coming in the zone on the third play, supporting puck. If they see somebody getting in trouble, the second guy's right there to help support them.
One of Laskowski, Heisekula, Arola out on the ice now for Duluth Marshall. Angled into the far corner, chasing after it there is Storzinger for Little Falls, comes in behind the net. Flyers trying to break out of their own zone. Here Ben Hanowski center with leads the Hilltoppers zone. And now he is dropped down, and this is going to be a penalty. It looks like it's going to be on Dan Cox. It's time for our save of the game, brought to you by Staubers Goal Grease.
Great patience by Rob Ortson, but better save. Look at Kluber, hang with it. He's swimming, but he still gets a glove on.
Marshall penalty at number 6.
It's been a tough day for Jake Kluber and the Flyers. They've made it to the semifinals of the state tournament. Certainly something proud.
And on that last power play, Brendan Flaherty put the line of Dylan Isaac Foley, Mark Laskowski, Brian Arola. So he's sharing the load right now. He's got a big lead. He's letting some guys play.
6.5 minutes to play here. Our first semifinal of the day in St. Paul. Fessler gains the zone, spun around, plays it down. Jorgensen driven behind the net there by Ian. Puck comes free. Now back the other way come Hilltoppers. This is Fox Sather. Sather trying to get it ahead for Labounty. Labounty lost it in the slot and clearing down the length of the right on goal.
Now you're seeing 2 guys that don't usually kill penalties. Number 16, Labounty and Brock Sather getting a chance to get out there and enjoy this. Yeah, I'd like to be a win at 6-0, but getting a chance to play in different situations.
You try to do that as a high school coach at any opportunity when you can give your players get them some experience.
You do, and you don't want to put salt to the wound. I mean, you want to handle it with class. You're up 6. I think Brendan Flaherty doing a terrific job letting some guys play it normally wouldn't in certain conditions. So it's great, and it helps with their confidence and experience. You know, Eric Mahoney's a senior, getting to kill penalties now, and he's enjoying this right now.
53 seconds to go in the penalty time. The Dano Jocks for Duluth Marshall. Hanowski sent one to the slot. Play to the point, hops the stick of the defender. Inez coming at his crease to play it is Kluber. 30 seconds to go in Jocks penalty. Ben Hanowski through the Wild logo at center. Gains the zone. Driven off his stick. Played to the far corner, cleared out of there by Letourneau.
I mean, all their players, Duluth, are very aggressive. Even the guys that don't get to kill penalties a lot, they get to watch the players that do and see what they're doing on the ice and how aggressive they are making decisions.
Barring a miraculous comeback by Little Falls, this will be the 13th consecutive win for the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers. And Jocks is out of the penalty box. Toppers back at full strength now. Shots 26-15 during the later stages of period number 3.
You know, at the beginning of this game, Little Falls had a game plan to try to keep it close. They did to a certain point. You know, they carried that 2-0 lead into the second period. They had a chance on the power play to get back into this game, and you know, and then they gave up that shorthanded goal, which really deflated them. And you know, it's just been all Duluth Marshall from this point.
And we talked about it extensively before the game, and especially during that first couple periods. But illness took its toll on this team, as this one's with a high stick. We got a whistle. 3:50 to play. Third period. Duluth Marshall on its way to the semifinals. Or excuse me, the finals.
Signs are everywhere. It's Toyota's premier event. While you're there, check out the Toyota trucks with great deals going on now. Lease the 06 Tundra Double Cab 4x4 for only $269 a month with no down payment and $669 due at signing. Or choose $1,500 in customer cash. And now lease the 06 4Runner for $299 a month or get $1,000 in customer cash. Toyota's premier event is on. Don't miss it. Toyota, move forward.
State high school hockey tournaments here on Channel 45, our A semifinals. Here are the first couple of games today. We've got Hermantown, St. Thomas Academy coming up next.
You know, Little Falls has done a great job. You know, they're going to get to play another game in third place tomorrow. So, you know, the tournament's not over for them too. They can get some hardware. They got to regroup after this tough loss and try to come back with a big effort tomorrow.
All right, Phil, here's our play of the game. It's brought to you by Touchstone Energy Cooperatives of Minnesota.
That was his first goal, and this little give and go for Gooch. Gooch gives him another nice pass right here. That was his second. This is an individual effort. Top shelf, and you and I know where that is.
I think that's where Mama hides the cook jar.
Yes, it is.
There's something along that line.
That was a great individual effort, but you see the big difference in Bordson, who knows how to score goals, protecting the puck and getting it upstairs.
Yeah, Rob Bordson with a hat trick. Like I said, yesterday we had 3 hat tricks in the AA quarterfinals. It's been hat trick nuts around here for a couple of days.
And one player had 4 goals from Grand Rapids. The white kid, what a tremendous effort he had last night.
That was a fun game to watch. A fun game to call. Working with Lou Nanny at Roseau Grand Rapids game last night. That's just old school stuff right there.
You know, the pit brings back so many memories for me.
Heisek moving in. Shot and a save made by the goaltender Kluber. A fourth line winger, Heisek Thole with a great opportunity here at the state tournament.
That was his chance to get his name called out. Great effort, cut to the net. Could look back on that play, you know, when he gets older, saying, geez, had a chance to score in the state tournament, but nice effort.
Labonte, Hafferty, and Sather now for Duluth Marshall. The ball trying to get on the scoreboard here and avoid being shut out. Beatty gets hit. Oh, on the backhand. It rolled right off of his stick. Robin McGillis had an opportunity here, and it rolled off his stick on the feed from Beatty.
And Jacob Paul did a great job of poke checking that puck before the Little Falls player could get set up and make a move. Might have preserved the shutout. I know I didn't say that too early, but he's played a heck of a game tonight, even though he hasn't faced a lot of shots.
Jason Paul, the starting goaltender. He's been the playoff goaltender with Marshall. And we got a tripping call here. Let's take another look at Heisek Thole drive to the net.
He takes the puck right to the net. He's got that lane, tries to make a move. I think he was trying to go 5-hole while the goal's trying to slide. Nice little effort. Getting on the replay, he's getting some action. Great for him. And that's the luxury of Brendan Larry has right now, being up 6 goals to get the other players involved.
Talking more about Paul, goaltender for the Hilltoppers, is back at Jesse Bennett. He's a good season too. He came into the tournament 10-0. And this is the penalty on Labonte as he trips up as he was sailing through. So Labonte is off again. He's been in this a few times here today. Oh, and
big hit.
Oh, huge hit. And there's that would take right off of the goal line. Otherwise, Klein would have had another one.
Big for number 2, Jim Bender, but Almost hit it 7-0 on that play.
1:13 to go. Here's Connolly again, a 2-on-1. Kick back, Bordson. Feeds Connolly, backhand. Oh, it goes wide of the post.
Nice saucer pass by Bordson. Great hands.
Up top for Jocks. Jocks sends one wide. Off netting and out of play. Big hit by Pender.
Jim Pender throwing his rate around. Oh, hello, be good. He's not done playing. That's great. You know, shows a lot of character on his part.
He's going to play ball somewhere. He's a defensive end, 6'2", 225 pounds. But he's a pretty good hockey player, too, as you can see, one of the captains for the Flyers.
One of their leaders, and, you know, they're going to have to use leadership tomorrow. Get these guys refocused for a big game, third place. Being able to play third place game myself, I know it's hard after losing in the semifinals, but, you know, you're testing your character, coming back, bringing some heart home, and, you know, after a great season, accomplishing something at the state tournament.
Final half minute of play. Marshall on its way to the semifinals. I said again, on its way to the finals. My bad. Let's get it right. They'll play their Hermantown St. Thomas Academy. That game is coming up next here on Channel 45.
You've called 9 gameplay, I think.
Well, seconds tick off.
Somebody better get that puck for Jason Paul. I mean, that's a shutout victory for him, and that's the 11th shutout victory for the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers this year. It's a credit to their team defense and the discipline that we talked about earlier in the game.
29 shots on goal for Duluth Marshall. 6 of them found the back of the net. And that special teams unbelievable today for the Hilltoppers. Power play and especially the penalty kill.
Penalty killing was a huge difference today. And even on that last penalty kill at the end of the third period, they're still coming at them. And, you know, you think about all the players that were sick on Wednesday. You know, when you get down by 2 or 3 goals, it really wears on you mentally. It affects you physically. And I think the Hilltoppers wore down Little Falls.
Duluth Marshall got beat in this game last year. Lost in the semifinals a year ago. Ended up finishing 3rd in this tournament. But now they're going to the championship game. They're looking for their first state championship.
And that was one of their big goals coming, just like a lot of other teams. But realistically, they needed to get the state championship, or this season would have been a bust. But, you know, they're into the state championship game now. They're going to face either Hermantown or St. Thomas. 2 good games to give them a chance to rest up, watch this game, see what those 2 teams do, and get a game plan right now.
There's Rob Bordson, our Dodge player of the game. He got the hat trick. A couple of shorthanded goals among those 3. And Duluth Marshall improves its best record to 21-1. And let's go down to Ann Carroll, who is with our Dodge player game, Rob Bordson.
Well, Rob Bordson, nice game, a hat trick. You're in the finals. That's
awesome. I mean, how many kids can say they played for the state tournament in our state championship game? So we're pretty pumped, and we hope we get it done tomorrow.
Are you guys on a min?
Yeah, I mean, that's been our goal all year is to win state, and so far we're good. Everyone's playing great right now. Our goalie's playing excellent. So we keep playing like we have, and I think we'll be fine.
Well, tell me a little bit more about our line. 3 goals, and you got to give them a lot of credit.
Our line's playing great. I mean, Bobby Gucci and Mahoney. Bobby's just a big, strong kid. He gets it done with his feet. Looks at me and Mahoney. And we're just putting it home right now. We're just firing the puck on net and just get good pressure now, and it's working so far. So hopefully we just keep it, and hopefully we win tomorrow.
Well, I talked to Coach Brendan Flaherty before the game, and you guys are diehard set on the fact that you haven't played your best hockey yet. You think you're on the way?
Hopefully. I mean, I didn't play good today, except for we had too many penalties. I mean, if we would have stayed out of the box, it could have been one of our better games of the year. But maybe tomorrow we'll stay out of the box and put it all together for one last game.
All right, Rob Bordson, you're on the way to the finals. You had 3 goals today as Duluth Marshall beats Little. Back up to see you guys.
Maybe not the best game, but pretty good. They're going to play for a championship tomorrow. The Hilltoppers moving on. We're back at 45 after this.
To letting loose, nobody tears it up like we do. And now we're working it up a notch with great deals on our hardest players. There's Dakota with V8 power and more towing capability and interior room than Toyota Tacoma and Chevy Colorado. Or Durango with the V8 featuring fuel-saving MDS technology and seating for 8. See your local Dodge dealer. While the good times always roll here, Truck won't be playing long. Now Now during Shark Month, 0% financing for 60 months on Durango for interest savings of $8,300.
A new and easy way to buy, sell lake property is only one click away. LakePlace.com. Visit LakePlace.com for the largest online selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin lake homes, cabins, and lake lots. State, city, lake price range. To find that perfect lake place, LakePlace.com also features a large selection of Minnesota and Wisconsin cabin rentals and family resorts. Remember, LakePlace.com, because life is better at lake.
Hello, I'd like a car insurance quote, please. Yeah, hi. Hello, I'd like a quote, please. Yeah, car insurance quote. Need a quote. Yeah, looking for a car insurance quote, please. Quote, please. Just need a quote.
Hey, think easier. Think Progressive. We give you our direct rate for car insurance plus the rates of other top companies instantly. Go to Progressive.com.
When it's just you between puck and the net, you've got to be your best. Stauber's Goal Crease, the ultimate goalie training center, can get you there. Father Rob Stauber brings 10 years of NHL experience and innovative training methods to aspiring young goalies, offering a state-of-the-art training facility, pro shop, and year-round programs including summer camps. One-to-one goalie training method uses groundbreaking techniques that make Stauber's Goal Crease the finest training center anywhere. Call now or visit goalcrease.com. Stauber's Goal Crease, training Minnesota goalies to be their best.
And welcome back to our post-game show. Marshall of Duluth moving on to the championship game, single A, with a 6-0 victory over Little Falls. A very impressive victory indeed. The Hermantown Hawks are ready to take care of St. Thomas Academy. Coming up next, this post-game show is brought to you by Grit Clips. Relax, you're at Grit Clips. And a lot of legendary coaches have participated in this Minnesota State High School hockey tournament. That's how I'm legendary after all. Lou Manny sat down with some of these legendary coaches and had them share with him some of their most memorable moments in the State High School hockey tournament.